This video is not suitable for audiences under 13 years of age. Hello everyone, Mixfant Gaming here. Welcome to my channel. Today we take a look at some more test server action. But before that, I have a favor to ask. If anybody would be so kind, if you're happen to watch this and you do enjoy my content, please give me that subscribe. I am trying to reach the minimum threshold of 500 subscribers to enter into Pixonic's YouTuber creator program. So if you could help me out, that'd be greatly appreciated. It goes a long way for me. But with that out of the way here, let's get into some of the test server stuff. So this weekend's test server, we are looking at, again, the mind map. Hopefully I can land on it. In addition, we're going to, of course, look at the new robot, the Hawk, which is supposed to be the quote-unquote Titan killer. Also, we're going to have a brief look here at the pilot system rework. It's pretty much the same as last week, just a couple other small tweaks and changes have been made to it. There's the new jump module, the dash unit module. I'm not going to use those. They've been covered quite a bit the last few test servers. There's also been apparently some new visuals added for the shock train, the arbalist, the ballista, and the trebuchet. I actually made a leech here running shock trains just so I can see what they're talking about, at least for the visual effects for the shock train. I don't have any intention this test server to run the arbalist, the ballista, or the trebuchet. But with that being said, let's hop right into some of the changes here. So let's go into the pilot changes. So if I go into my leech here, and I look at my pilot, here is the biggest change that's been made since last weekend's test server. If you count that, including the unique ability, a legendary pilot now has 8 slots. And when they said this in the test server notes, I was worried that it would mean that the legendary pilots could level up to 80, which would be a hell of a lot of gold to ask people to upgrade for one single slot. Now what they did is what I've actually been thinking that should have been from day one, is the unique ability comes already maxed out. You don't have to get to level 10 anymore. It comes maxed out. And then the next 70 levels you get an additional 7 skills, just like you do with the regular pilot. The only difference is the legendary one comes with an already maxed out skill, and you still have now 7 slots. So that's a good plus. At least it makes the legendary pilots more valuable. Sometimes when you go and you're paying 2,500 gold for a legendary pilot, and it's already used up one single slot. At least this way, you still have those 7 slots to play with, plus a unique one that's automatically on the pilot. So that I actually like. What I don't like is this tiering up mechanism. And the concept I'm okay with, as long as Pixonic doesn't overcharge people for gold to level up these tiers. What I really have a problem with is once you spend money to upgrade a skill for its tier, and you decide to change that skill, you lose all your upgrade progress. So here's what I mean. Take a look at the Thomas mind read here. Let's say, for instance, I decided that I wasn't going to run shock trains on this leech anymore. I wanted to run cryos. So I don't need the guidance operator anymore. So I go in the guidance operator, and I go to change the skill, click the guidance operator, and let's just pick a random skill. It doesn't really matter for the purposes of what I'm trying to show you. So we go here, and it lands on Raider Gunsmith. Okay, so I'm going to choose that. All right, so remember, my guidance operator, I had already maxed out to its maximum tier level 4 for a legendary pilot. So let's say I've been running the cryo leech here for a while, and it's not working for me, and I decided I want to go and I put Scourge on it. But when I put Scourge on it, I want the guidance operator back on. So if I go and change my skill again, and I go back to choose the guidance operator, so I'm going to pick that skill, the Raider Gunsmith. I'm going to the skill list here, and I go back down here to the guidance operator right here. I hit choose, and we come back in, and lo and behold, look, I've lost my level tier. So now I have to spend gold again to level up a skill I already spent money to level up on. My opinion is if you've already spent gold to tier up a skill, you should have access to that skill going forward. If you want to take it off the bot and not use it, that's fine. But if you decide to put it back on the pilot for that bot, it should automatically come at the tier you had already upgraded it to. Whether it was tier 2, tier 3, or on a legendary pilot, tier 4. If I've maxed it to tier 4 and I slot it in a second time, I should have tier 4. I shouldn't have to re-upgrade that skill. And this is the biggest problem I have with this rework. So I'm just going to go upgrade this back. And yeah, sure, it's only 1 gold, 2 gold, 3 gold. But we know for a fact it will not be 1, 2, and 3 gold on the live server. I wouldn't be surprised to see going to level 2, it's 500. Going to level 3, it's 1,000 gold. And going to level 4, given that it's a legendary, maybe it's 2,000 gold. So if those are the numbers, and I'm not saying those are going to be the real numbers because I really don't know. But if that is 3,500 gold I've spent in that scenario to tier up that to its maximum level of 4. I take it off, I put it back on later on, I have to spend another 3,500 gold to upgrade it. No, you're completely wasting resources at that point, and it makes absolutely no sense. So that's the biggest problem I have with this rework. Anyways, with that being said, let's hop into some gameplay here. I'm going to pause it out here. I'm going to try and find a match because the last couple times I've tried to do test servers, it's been really long wait times. So I'll pause it out here and I'll start it up again once I find a match. And what we have the mind map. Awesome. All right, so let's start with, you know what? Let's get the shock train leech out of the way. So we're at domination, and am I going to drop in here at all? Okay, so let's go on up here. Well, that's actually what I should have put on the on that hawk, was a Nucleon and Quarker. I forgot to do that. I meant to do that. So I'm trying to find a person here. Jeez, I must not have Roadhog on this thing. That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to lock on here. See what the visuals are. Is he going to come out and... Oh, he teleported away. Alright. Alright. Okay, so this guy's in range. Or he was in range. Okay, come on. I want somebody to get in range here. Maybe this wasn't a very good spot to go. This is pretty boring gameplay. Okay, I don't want to teleport. Okay, what is he? Reach him? Yeah, definitely the shock train effects have changed. That's for sure. He's hit a freaking Cossack. There we go. I killed him. Let's go grab this beacon. Oh, that guy didn't take any damage. Was he leeching or something? Or? Okay, so they're over here. Oh, somebody... Oh, they're spawning behind me. Okay. Okay. Take him. Reload my weapons here. Oh, the bugger face shift just in time. Oh, I thought I could get him through here. Haha, you're not going to get me right now. He's going to come and teleport, though. Yeah. Okay. Well, all the action... Oh, come on. But really, you have all these beacons? Okay, let's go out here. Oh, that didn't take any damage? Was it delayed? So they made kind of the shock train almost look like a red trebuchet. Just with the length of time it takes to... You see that long... oh, geez. Why did that lava get bright red all of a sudden? Interesting. Let's go on up here. Let's go across this. Use my ability so that hopefully I don't take as much damage. Hit him with that. Hit him or not. He didn't take any damage. Oh, here comes this guy here. Alright. Let's use my phase shift. Come on down and get him there. And where did my quartermaster go? Oh, ouch. Alright, so enough of that. Let's bring in the hawk and see what we can do here. So he's trying to hit me there. Let's try to hit him. Got him. Okay, and we're going to come down. Oh, he's trying to hit me here. So that's a nice built-in weapon. It's a little bit too strong for the visuals, what I mean. I can't say if it's strong for actually hitting somebody because I haven't really done much damage with it yet. Am I not capping this beacon? Okay, I was like, why is this beacon not turning? Alright, so I want to see what this built-in weapon is like. I want to find somebody. I believe it has a 500 meters range. So let's go see if I can hit this guy. Yeah, that's pretty decent damage. At least against... Oh, we have a Titan up there. Crap. Let's hit the Titan. I've got stings and vipers on this thing. And... my last sting is already triggered. Crap. I want to go around here. I want to last another 6 seconds from my ability. Let's see what it does against the Titan. Up we go. Okay, and let's see here. It's a nice effect. It's just the effect is a little too much for me. It does some decent damage. I wouldn't say it's a Titan killer, that's for sure. A Titan killer built-in weapon you'd think would do a little bit more damage, but then again, you do want it balanced so that it's not overpowering other bots. So of course there's a Loki on the field that's just going to completely ruin the test server. Alright, let's see if he can't get this guy. Is he going to come around? Let's hit him. Now, the way this weapon works is apparently it gets stronger given what weapons you have on it. Let's teleport out of here, land on it, and teleport out of the way. So, the stronger your weapons are, the more leveled up they are, the more damage your built-in weapon will do. So that's a kind of interesting concept. It's going to encourage people to try to level them up. I just wish Pixonic would make the leveling up process a little easier for Mark 1. Because once you get to level 10, Mark 1, going to 11 and 12 is extremely expensive. Okay, let's go to this Nightingale here. Try to get him out first. Okay, got him. And let's see if we can't take this guy out now that I have some resistance in air. Lock onto him. So hopefully when I land I can use my Scourge and Spark. We're going to lose this match, but that's okay. Let's go into this hawk here. Try to find somebody to hit. There's that Loki running around over there. I'd like to go get him if I can, but I don't have Quantum Radar on actually any of my bots. So we got a Titan over here. Let's see if we can't hit him a little bit. Unfortunate thing about this build, the cryo weapons, is I have to get within 300 meters range. So if I go this way, and I try to get underneath him a bit, it's doing some decent damage. So hopefully when I land, I can hit him with the cryo weapons. There we go. Let's go phase shift before I get roasted by this Arthur. It's going to roll. I was like, geez, I had foolhardy. Where was it? It was a little bit delayed before it got triggered. Okay, so let's hit him again. Going up. See what we can do against an Arthur. It has a physical shield, so it'll be the best bot to counter. I mean, the best Titan to counter the Hawk. Oh, crap, I hit something. Damn. Didn't want to do that. And why am I not moving? Crap. Alright. Let's go with the other Hawk. Just a bit at a time. That's fine. And come on, Titan, get out of my way. I can't do anything. The game's over with anyways. Oh, that was a good a good review of the Hawk anyways. I didn't get a chance to drop my Titan, but this test server wasn't about the Titan. And if we can get to the end game stats, 1.2 million damage, 3 kills, 3 beacons. Yeah, not too bad. Alright, so for my final thoughts. I'm not a fan of the dash and the jump units. I've said that previously. I think they should be relegated to older bots, those that don't have any special built-in abilities. Beyond that, the Hawk, I like the concept. There is one aspect of the Hawk that I don't like. It also has a semi built-in leech ability. So when you go into flight, there's 3 things that happen. 1, you activate your built-in weapon. 2, you gain resistance to defense mitigation. So it's not really defense mitigation. It's, how do they put it? Your damage cannot be mitigated. So that means Titans can't have, how do I put it? I think you kind of understand what I'm saying. Basically, the defense mitigation of Titans is negated. So any resistance you have, their weapons will not go through. So that's the second thing. The third thing that happens is if you're in flight and anybody who does damage to you, you'll be partially resisted to them and you'll reflect some of that damage back to the person who's actually targeting you. So unlike the leech ability where you can lock onto a player and any damage that comes to you goes to that one player, it's anybody who does damage to the Hawk will themselves take damage. In a Hawk, you don't have to target an individual enemy and say redirect all my damage to there. It will be automatically redirected to the person firing. Now, the Hawk already has this resistance that can't be mitigated by Titans. It has the built-in weapon. It has 2 heavy weapons and 2 light weapons on the ground. It is strong enough already that it does not need this built-in leech ability to go back to the target that's actually hammering on you while you're in flight. So that's one thing I would remove from this Hawk, is there is no need to redirect the damage back to the player targeting you. I've always been a proponent of all bots and Titans should have weaknesses. It's called balance, and Pixonic has done a piss poor job, especially of late, balancing the game. To take a look at those maxed 600 meter Almings that are just decimating entire teams because all they do is they get their Titan within 2 minutes, drop them at the far end of the map, and nobody can get to them because you have to actually fight through the enemy, and they just stay behind enemy lines, and they rack up 3, 4, 5 million damage whatsoever. I know this is getting off topic, but I was in a squad, a full squad with my clan, and we were going against, I think it was a duo, and then there was a solo player on there. The solo player is the only one who had a maxed out Ao Ming, and he sat in the back, and he racked up over 7 million damage just because he had a maxed out Ao Ming, and nobody else on the field, including us, our clan does not have maxed out stuff. Nobody else had anything that can come close to taking him down. So Pixonic really needs to do a better job balancing, and right now the Hawk, if they removed that built-in leech ability, whatever they want to call it, I think it would be closer to being balanced. It still would be an extremely overpowered, I won't say overpowered, but extremely powerful bot, and it will be one that many people will go for, but that built-in redirection of damage is not necessary for that bot. And I hate to say this, I think the built-in weapon needs to be actually increased in power a little bit. What I would do is actually increase its power for only against Titans. I think it's okay the way it is against regular bots, but against Titans, I think there should be like an overcharge for the Hawk goes in flight. You're locked on to a Titan. It detects your Titan. There's some kind of built-in mechanism that does more damage to Titans. Kind of like kinetic weapons do more damage to physical shields. I think that built-in weapon should do more damage to Titans. But beyond that, the visuals for the shot chain were interesting. I'm sure the visuals for the ballista and arbalest and trebuchets are equally agreeable, I guess. I really don't care. I don't run them. It's kind of interesting to see that they're making visual changes to weapons when there's so many other things in this game that really need some attention, some fixing. But anyways, those are my thoughts. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I am trying to hit that milestone of 500 subscribers for the YouTuber Creator Program. And if you like this video and the content, please give it a thumbs up. And until next time, cause some mayhem on the field for me.